Hello, and in this lecture we'll explore comprehensions in Python, which allows you to create lists, dictionaries and sets in a concise and efficient manner. Comprehensions are a powerful feature in Python that can make your code more readable and easier to maintain. So let's get started. First we'll create our file and we'll call this comprehensions.py. Give ourselves a title. Okay, so this is quite a good document for you, and I think during your journey on learning Python, you may actually refer to it a few times. So let's see what we're going to talk about. So let's give ourselves a section here, List Comprehensions. Okay, so list comprehensions provide a concise way to create lists by applying an expression to each element in an existing sequence or another iterable object. Let's take a look at an example. So let's create a variable here called numbers. And we'll create a list. And in this list, we'll store some integers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And we want the square number of every item in this list. What is the best way for us to do that? Now, there is a way we could do it, which we've learned already, which is we could write for I in numbers. We could do I 2 equals I to the power of 2, and we could print I. So let's run that. And we get the output here, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. But that works. But what if we want to put this in a new list? So it's more tidy, it's more concise. Then what we would do is we could get rid of this. And we can create a new variable called squares. And we want to create a list of squares, square numbers, and we will do I 2, and we'll do for I in numbers. And here we've declared a list, and we've put a loop inside the list, which will ideally give us a new list of the square numbers. So let's print squares. Run. Great. Here we are. We have 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. And that is a lot cleaner and gets us the desired result than what we did initially. You can also include a condition in a list comprehension to filter results. Let's take a look. So we get rid of that. What if we just want the even squares numbers? We can do even squares equals a list. And we can do I 2 for I in numbers if I 2 equals 0. We should do a percentage sign here because we want the modulus. Let's print even squares. Okay, we'll run, and there we go. We only got the ones back that were even numbers because we checked if the modulus of 2 equals 0. So if we divide it by 2, does it equal 0, which means it's an even number. Yeah, so that is a very clean way to create new lists based off an existing sequence and create a new list with the desired result that we want. Great. Let's have a look at dictionary comprehensions. Okay, so dictionary comprehensions work similar to list comprehensions, but they create dictionaries instead of lists. And if you remember, dictionaries have a key and a value. So let's see what we can do. Let's do word equals a string. Oh. And we want to get the position of each letter. So let's do letter positions equals a dictionary. And we'll give letter key position. And we would do for position letter in enumerate, and we want to give enumerate, which is a function, an argument of word, which is our variable we created here. Okay, and that should do it. Now if we print letter positions, we should, here we go, P is at 0, Y is at 1, T is at 2. So we go for position and letter position, and enumerate is that takes an iterable and starts at 0 by default. So our output here is a new dictionary based off any iterable, such as a list, string, and we can get the desired output. So that's good. We can also do set comprehensions. So set comprehensions are used to create sets by applying an expression to each element in a sequence, similar to list and dictionary comprehensions. Let's look at an example. So numbers equals a list. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we do 2, 3, and 1. And let's get the unique squares. And we'll do curly braces, and we'll do x 2 or x in numbers. Print unique squares. Run. And we've got the unique squares back in a set. And of course, sets, they must be unique because, and this is why we'd use a set in this instance, is because sets contain unique values only. So notice how the resultant set only contains unique values, I guess. Well, yeah, so let's have a look. List comprehensions, dictionary comprehensions, and set comprehensions. You definitely refer to this in future, because if you want to think, I want to create a list based off of that information but apply a condition, then you can come here and you can look at how this is done and apply it to your own piece of code, which I think is definitely going to be useful. Let's clean it up a little bit. Yeah, so that's it for this lecture on comprehensions in Python. By using list, dictionary, and set comprehensions, you can create new data structures in a concise and readable manner. In the next video, we are going over to a new section, and that is going to be regarding Python functions, similar to the enumerate function that we used here, and some others that we've used, such as when we've done .join, .find in previous videos. We can create our own. So well done on this section. Any questions, please do leave them, and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, well done, and I'll see you in the next section.